Hey, how's it going? This is John. Today I'm going to show you the Scorpion dropout pouch, and this is the latest version. This is chrome tan, edge painted. This is 4.5 ounces, I believe. Let me make sure. So we got about 1.6, so about 4 ounces. You can go 4.5 ounces, it's fine. This Leatherman is 4.5 inches long, about 1.25 inches wide, and 1/2 inch thick. And you can see the back part drops right out. Watch your toes. Works great. You can put other knives in there. Like you can see this one here. Now if you have a clip, it might slow it down coming out. So I would take the clip off. But you can always pull it from the side to get it out. And then I have some more knives here. I also have a older Leatherman, a smaller one my dad gave me. I promised not to sell it. He engraved it with his name and the date that he got it, I guess. But yeah, this one works well. Doesn't really flop too much. And then of course, this comes right out. But yeah, you can do a lot of knives. Folding knives up to 4.5 inches. And most of them are not as wide as this Leatherman. So that's what we're gonna make today. Simple to do, easy stitching and rivets, and these are small glove snaps. You can find them on Amazon. And then this one's a large glove snap. I have the measurements and everything in the pattern. I honestly don't remember where I got these. Most likely either Amazon or Bucko Guy. But you could use a magnetic closure if you wanted. Anyway, that's the Scorpion dropout. And that's what we're going to make today. So it should take a couple hours. Let's get started. Today I'm going to show you how to print a pattern using Adobe Acrobat Reader. This is a PDF, of course. This is a sample pattern, but the principle is the same. I press Control P on the keyboard, brings up the print dialog, and mine is a Brother laser. I click on Properties, make sure it's A4 because that's what nearly every pattern that I put out is. If it's not, I will let you know, but I like the A4 because it's longer sheets. Here I choose bond paper, but you can probably choose plain if you have plain paper. I choose bond because I'm using cardstock. You don't need a high resolution, 300 is fine. These are just lines. Okay. And then in the page sizing and handling, you don't want fit, you want actual size. Because if you choose fit, it will not come out properly and your project will just be wrong. You might have a tiny little wallet because it resized it. So after you click print, I already printed it out. You want to measure the 25 by 25, make sure it is that correct dimension. And if it's not, then you're going to have to go back and print it again. Make sure you had everything set up correctly. So that's the basics for printing a pattern, very easy. Let's get on to actually making the project that you purchased. We're going to go hit the leather room and I'll show you how to do that. So here I'm measuring the leather. It's 2 millimeters, which is 4 ounces. That is sufficient. 4.5 is fine too. Here I have the leather laid out with the pattern taped down. That's all you have to do. This takes up about the size of a piece of notebook paper. Not bad at all. Okay, so I'm just here cutting out the pattern still. Pretty straightforward. Stitching holes are 5 millimeter. Regular stitching punch should work fine. The holes are spaced uniformly. And then the pattern's marked for all the big holes, how to cut them out. Always cut to the outside of the pattern. You don't want to cut to the inside. I know it sounds silly, but you don't want to slip and then you end up messing up a bunch of leather. There I'm using the skiving knife. This is obviously sped up because it's quite boring. It's easy to cut out. Just takes a little patience, I suppose. And I just put tape back on there so the pattern doesn't slip, and then I'm rounding the edges here with the razor blade and then skiving knife to get a better curve. Just removing the pattern, and then continue with the rest of the pattern. Just cut it out. Self-explanatory pretty much. Here I'm just using the sanding stick to get the corners and the edges, rounded edges, even them out, using some regular sandpaper as well. Since this is chrome tan, I'm not going to use Toconol. I'm just going to use edge paint. Here I'm beveling it right there for the belt loop, and then the corner of the flap. This stuff is really soft, so you got to be careful when you bevel it. Otherwise, you'll crinkle it and wrinkle it, and it won't look good. So there's the French edge paint. Works really well. I think I got it from Rocky Mountain Leather Supply. Not sponsored by them, but I do like this paint. I've had it for a while. If you use regular veg tan, just bevel and burnish, use Toconol, and you can use dye for the edges. Here I've identified the glove snaps. The small ones are in orange, and the big ones are in blue. It just shows you the orientation. To make it easier, you can pause the video and see how to install the snaps. That's why I did this. And here I'm just attaching the belt loop. It's going to be 4 double cap rivets. These are really easy to install, and I'm sure you can figure out the direction on this, so not an issue. And so there's the 2 pieces assembled and ready to be stitched. Here you can see I'm putting the glue on. This is just glue on one side. I got it from Hobby Lobby, but this is some regular Feevings, I think. It's not rubber cement, but you can use that. It works as well. And look at the orientation of how the leather attaches to the other piece. That's why I call it a scorpion. It looks kind of like a scorpion with those snaps and everything. Just let it dry with those clips. And you're going to do the same thing on the other side. Put some glue on there and spread it out. I just put it together, use some needles to line it up. And those binder clips that are lined with leather, that's what I use to hold it together. I'm not going to explain how to stitch. It's pretty easy. Do both sides, and then at the ends, come back, do a reverse stitch, cut the thread off, and then you're going to burn the ends. I have this burner that I got from Sellrite, came with my sewing machine, which I've never seen a burner like this. I like it, uses batteries, works great. So there it's assembled. It's pretty much done, but I'm going to sand the edges, and then I'm going to bevel them. And of course, no burnishing because this is chrome tan leather. So just kind of trim both sides. And I'm going to use that red edge paint again to make it look nice. I just chose the yellow thread to make it stand out. I was just messing around. I don't normally make stuff like this, especially not for me. But this was for this video. So I just wanted the threads to kind of pop. And I think they did. It's Ritza thread, made in Germany, very high quality. I like it. So yeah, just coat the edges there with the edge paint, and then you let it dry, and then you're pretty much done. And then I'm going to show the final product. Of course, you've already seen it in the beginning, but yeah, that's pretty much all there is to this project. So I couldn't find my video for the red pouch, but I do have this prototype. I used 3-ounce veg tan. I like the look of it, but the leather is a little bit too thin. But you know how this works already, pops out the bottom. So good luck on your project. I hope you have a great day and a great week, and thanks for watching. Bye.